Alright, hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. Today we're going to be doing a species profile on the pygmy gourami, also known as sparkling gourami or dwarf croaking gourami. The scientific name is currently Trichopsis pumila. This fish is closely related to the betas and paradise fish, as you can tell by its overall similar body shape. And it is, of course, a air-breathing fish since it's a member of the gourami family. However, these guys, I think it's due to their small size, they don't seem to gulp air anywhere near as often as our gouramis do. Now, this fish is very small, given its name of pygmy gourami. They grow to about 1.5 inches. And except there are a few other species that are sometimes mislabeled as them. One of them is the regular croaking gourami, which actually grows to twice that size, grows to 3 inches. And there's also Trichopsis pumila, which is intermediate in size between these two species, and kind of intermediate in look also. And Trichopsis pumilai's common name is three-striped gourami, despite the fact it only has 2 stripes. And I'll discuss the differences in the slides following the video between the 3 species to make sure you're getting correct identification. But one thing to be aware of, it's pretty common for hybrids between the different species to be sold. And when you're looking for a hybrid, and if you suspect your fish is hybrid, just look for intermediate traits. Now, the sparkling gourami or pygmy gourami is a very good community fish, especially with other small fish. I recommend keeping them with other fish that are under 2 inches or so. And these guys are quite peaceful, except the males might squabble each other. And in terms of sexing, these guys can actually be quite hard to sex. And the most reliable way to sex them is to actually put them in a jar and shine a bright light on the jar. And when you do that, the ovaries of the females will be highlighted in this area of the abdomen, and the ovaries are a yellowish color. Now, this fish is mainly carnivorous in nature, so I'd recommend feeding it a high-protein flake or maybe even beta flakes, in addition to frozen bloodworms, freeze-dried bloodworms, mosquito larvae, Daphina, and pretty much any tiny live food. And another thing is, these guys are also pretty good at hunting down baby guppies. Also, if you want some fry control, these guys might be pretty useful for that. Now, these guys are fairly high temperature fish, usually kept between 25 to 28 degrees. In terms of pH, they tend to prefer a pH between 5 to 7.5, and their water should be soft to hard. It's not too picky on the hardness though. And actually in the wild, sometimes they're found in water that has a pH of less than 4. But that should be avoided, I guess, since that's extremes. It might only be that certain populations of these fish are capable of tolerating those types of temperatures. Now, as I stated before, this is a very small fish, which means you can probably keep it in tanks of anywhere from a minimum size of about 5 gallons. You can keep them in groups. They're not particularly aggressive towards each other, and they are not aggressive towards our fish, even though males will spar occasionally, but they don't tend to inflict damage onto each other, unlike their relatives, such as the paradise fish and betas, which are notorious for fighting in aquariums. One thing about these guys is the croaking. The croaking, I've kept these guys before, and the croaking is actually so loud that you can basically have them in a tank at one end of your bedroom, and you can be on your bed, you can be sitting or watching TV or something, you can actually hear their croaking over that. That's how loud it is. And in this species, it's only the male that croaks, the female doesn't, while in the other 2 species of croaking gouramis, both genders croak. So, I'm just going to say that the pygmy gourami is a very, very good community fish, and it can be kept in very small tanks. Just make sure you have pretty clean water, because it's kind of on the sensitive side, but overall it's a fairly hardy little fish. And if you can come by them, I'd recommend snatching up a few of them, because I think it's just a very interesting fish to watch. You can watch them squabble each other, chase each other. And you can also listen to them talk to each other via their croaking too. The only issue this fish has is that it's actually quite aggressive towards shrimp. I've been reading up on forums of people complaining about these guys basically surrounding shrimp, dive bombing them, harassing them constantly until the shrimp basically die. And also, as a warning, do not keep this fish with male betas. Male betas will attack croaking gouramis, regardless of what species of croaking gourami you have. However, I have heard of people keeping them successfully with female betas. So I'm going to strongly recommend the croaking gourami. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and more information will be provided in the slides following the end of this video.